some error last time. So RFKK Big to generate the bit. So we were about to generate the bit billable items for our bit class. So we got some error last time. So RFKK Big Speed sample execute. I created a variant Z102 bits. Okay. So in that variant, I forgot to add the currency. Due to that currency, the error was coming. So I added the currency now and I added a text. These two additional things I did. Now let's generate a bit, say 19.50. With that 4 bits we are going to generate. So click on the execute button. Okay, so it says number of generated billable items 4. Click on billable items. You will see the bits are generated. Now in the bit you can see the status here. The status says billable, and in this status, in the you see the circle. In that circle you see a black dot. If that dot is missing, that means it will go to raw. Okay, going to raw means there must be some incomplete information due to which it becomes raw. Okay, so first understand these bits which are billable bits. So here what are the content of billable items. So we get business partner. I don't have a contract right now. If I would have, then contract would have also come. Contract account, sub process, bit class. Okay, these two are needed. Sub process is needed for billing also. Then billing document and invoicing document, these are not yet generated. So once I'll do the billing, you'll see a billing document getting generated here. From date and to date. So if I show you, I have proposed the from date and to date from where this is generated. So if I get the variant one more time and see the inputs, what inputs have we entered? So here it's 1st December to 31st December. Okay, so that is what from date and to date it gets populated here. Then it is not yet accepted. I'm going to accept it as well to see our exception reasons and restoration reasons are working fine or not. Okay, billing not done yet, and these are all CC rated. Okay, so here we have entered source transaction type triple CIT, that is CC rated items. Next, source transaction ID. Here I entered a source transaction ID. So that same is taken here. Ideally, when it comes from upstream, you'll have 3 separate source transaction IDs. Okay, sorry, 4 separate source transaction IDs. Here, all of them are having the same source transaction ID. And here we have the billable item types. Here I entered in the input the 4 billable item types: Z0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, license fee, hardware fee, something like that. Baseline date, bill from date, these are used for scheduling. Baseline date, are there some people I need to add? Okay, so a baseline date and bill from date, these will be used during scheduling. I haven't done the scheduling yet. So basically basically bill from date is a date from which we can do the billing. We cannot run billing before that date. Okay, so although my billing config is not configured here, if my billing configure would have been present, I cannot bill it before 31st 12 24. I can bill it from 31st 12 24, either 31st 12 24 or 1 25, like today's date also 1 9 25, not before that. date of origin Date of origin is also the date on which it is originated, and created on today it is created, and the amounts, these are the amounts: 19.50 USD. Posting relevant, print relevant, these are, that means these will be posted and invoiced. Division, company code, main and sub transaction, this is the main part. We have to see whether the correct main and sub transactions are derived. So we will go and place it next to bit type. Where is that? Okay, so looks fine. So where are they derived from? They are derived from 8120 sorry 8121 and 8122 slash show FQC0. The number lock is there. 81 FQC0 8121. Here I have mentioned that subprocess is Z102. Here I have tagged it. If my billable item type is Z102, debit main will be Z10210 and credit will be Z10211. Okay, so my amount is in positive. That's why the debit main will be derived. So 10. Okay, that is the 19.50 I entered. That is positive. I'll also test with a negative one. So these are positive. That's why the debit sub transactions were derived. Okay, debit sub transactions are always 10, 10, 10, 10. Okay, here I think somebody has, okay, this the other person, somebody has created 11 as debit and 12 as credit. That's fine. Whatever way you define, I mean configure accordingly, they should be derived. Why are they important? Because if your revenue GLs are different and this mapping is not done correctly, then the GL account assignment will be messed up. Okay, maybe from CI point of view we are good, but in reporting side, in actual posting side, there can be issue. Okay, so I haven't assigned the GL account yet because till billing I don't need that. During invoicing I will need that. Okay, so the assignments are fine. Um, and these are the standard fields. Okay, there are other fields also. Choose layout. Oh, sorry, change layout. My bad. Change layout. On the right hand side, you see these many further fields are there which are not yet added. Okay, which are not being displayed. So this is how a bit look like. Billable item look like. Okay, now
Subhadra, one question,
yes.
right? Okay, so
Hmm.
this is a raw bit, right?
No, this is billable bit.
The billable bit. So these bits are or after rated if they come in, right? So
Hmm.
the baseline date, that is the coming in from the contract item, start date of the end date from a contract
No,
item.
I don't have any contract item yet. I don't have any contract at all. The baseline date is
But
coming
how
from
is it going to, yeah, how is it going to know what is the baseline date for that item?
it. This is the to
In an
date.
actual contract, in an, if it is, you created it normally, right? Like, it's a test creation, but in
Hmm.
terms of if the rating comes, the contract item has a validity date, right?
Hmm.
So how would that be taken here into consideration when when this bit comes on validation?
That will come. It will fetch it from the contract item, and that will be sent by the SOM team. Okay,
Okay, so
based on
that
that
date, if there's
SOM's
no
periodicity.
validation, okay,
Yes. From there it will become. So, say you want to recharge. Say you recharge your phone for mobile for 1 month. That is from 8th of December till 8th of January. Okay. Then accordingly it will come using that contract. The contract item it will come. Start at 8/12/24, end at 8/1/25.
okay. And it's not relevant right now, but I have one question, right? There are two questions on that. If the bits are coming over a period of time, I'm doing aggregation, right? I had to do aggregation. So the service period is between 1 month, 1
Mm,
1 2025 to 1/31 2025.
mm,
So between this 31 days, I'll have usage bits coming in because every
mm,
day they'll be rated and coming. And they'll sit
mm.
here until I do the billing, they'll not be aggregated.
We can add that. We can have that aggregation variant during billing generation. Whatever way you want to aggregate, what time you want to aggregate, we can do that during billing config
On the billing
via
config.
aggregation variant. Yes.
Okay. Second thing is, if I want to bill outside of the service period, like
Mm,
say suppose the contract hasn't started for installation, like in prior to installation, there needs to be a setup that needs to be done. So
mm.
outside of is that a possibility there, like without outside of the service period to bill?
That SOM can send me whatever way SOM sends me. We have to do that. That period is not here with with CI. Whatever period SOM will send me, we can do the billing and invoicing. Here we don't have any validation.
Okay, that is all tied to the contract account basically.
Contract
Okay, but
contract
the base
start date.
Okay, start date. Okay. The cycle is when we'll actually do the invoicing and will drive your invoicing, right?
Yes, yes.
Okay. Okay. Thanks.
Scheduling, that will cover in the scheduling, billing cycle and invoicing cycle.
Okay. Okay. Thanks.
Okay. Praveen, tell me.
Yeah, hi Subhadra. So this one triple CIT, what in case if we are making it not triple CIT but the other one? I means we have CICIT or something, right? So
CICIT means the rating and charging will happen in CC. For consumption item, we use CICIT. Okay.
okay. So if we'll use CICIT, then this won't work. Means a billable item won't get generated.
CICIT for billable item we don't do. We do it for CC. We do it for consumption item. Let me try with this CICIT. Let me try with a different figure, because this is upload. This is like test upload. It might work. Okay, it worked. But in real project, when you receive the bit from CI, you will always have triple CIT. But when you receive seat from CI, then from the seat, once the bit is generated, then you will see CI CIT. Theoretically,
Okay.
test
Okay.
upload you can put anything, but when it comes, it'll have triple CIT and CI CIT in different occasions.
Mhm. Okay. And if you go on the same screen again, RFKK, Bixbit sample, then in one of the drop down, this number of items per source transaction. So is it referring to the billable item type because we are having
Yes,
total? Okay,
yes,
okay,
yes, yes. These ones.
okay. And in reference to what I think Raj was asking mm, towards baseline date. So can we say like baseline date cannot be uh, before before the current date, like it should not be before
No,
ninth of
no, no. We
January.
can
Is
we can
there
do that. We can do that. We can do that. So here also my baseline date is before 31st December. Okay. So it may
acha,
happen
हाँ,
that
this is some,
ideally we'll receive the bits daily, but it may happen that we receive past dated bit because the
okay,
transaction has taken place, but the bit is not yet received. Okay. The bit is received later on. So we are in January. We came to know that the December bits are received. That also happened. Baseline date, basically it is used in payment term also, in FI also. So baseline date is a
mm,
date on which on that will be used for calculation of billing date, bill from date. Okay, so we will see that during our scheduling sessions.
okay then, okay,
Okay,
thank you.
Shlomi, tell me, Shlomi.
Hi, good morning.
Good morning.
Two questions.
Mhm.
Is it possible to change something in this bit in this step right now? Can you change a field in the bit?
Yes, yes, yes. It can be changed. There is a T code. I forgot the T code. Via that we can change the attributes of the bits. I'll show you that. I'll show you that right
Is there
now.
a
We
mass? Is there a
mass.
possibility in a mass transaction to change a lots of bit in one step?
Mass T code I have to explore and I'll tell you. Just mass T code I have to check and I'll tell you. But yes, it is possible. Okay. So in
Okay, and the
individually I
last.
changed this one.
Hmm,
Okay, I changed this one and this one also got adjusted from the
okay,
8121
understand.
config. Yes.
And last question, if I'm receiving the bits from external system, not from SOM or the other standard option that you explained, do I have to configure a source transaction type if I'm receiving it from external system, those bits?
For external system, you want to, do we need to use a source transaction type? Yes, you may have to, because although I have not, in whatever projects I am working on, we have not used any external system directly to receive the bit. Ideally, what happens? The CM helps us calculate the collect the information, and they always push it to CC, and we always receive to CC from CC. I have not received anything from an external charging system, but I think it will require a Z or a Z source transaction type. Although SAP does not, when you go to the source transaction type node, SAP says puts up a pop-up saying that do not change standard config like that. Okay, I have not used that. Let me check that. I think
Understand.
they are only SAP tells do not make any changes.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah, source transaction type. Where is that? Sub process. Source transaction type. Cross client. It says. Okay, nothing else. Yes, you can add it here. You can add
So
it here.
if I have a few
You see a
external
Z CRM.
system,
Yes, so
yeah,
it has created one Z also. You need to add here.
okay, understand. So if I have a few external systems that send different bits, each system send a different bit. So for each external system will
We
be
can have
represented as
different
a
source transaction type.
source transaction type.
Yes,
Okay,
yes.
thank
That will be
you. Thank
used
you.
for recording the or maybe from if you have a BI reporting generating from here,
Yeah.
we can report based on this source transaction type that this came from which system.
Okay, understand. Thank you very much.
Okay, no problem. Saurav, tell me.
As we are getting the bits from the upstream system, okay, usually we say that we are required to map the bit with the charged item, with the charged item class in CC, or is that mapping happening in CI, or that is happening directly in the part of it?
CC in CC. This Z102 is mapped to the charge item class that is happening in CC. Okay.
And along with that, like as you are showing the configuration of a source transaction type, what is the FM mapped over there? Okay, like is it a pattern of that particular FM? Uh, I just asked on the
I I
time. I
I
was
couldn't hear you properly. You're asking about these FMs. Can you come again?
yeah, I was asking about these FMs. Okay, those are mapped in the source transaction type.
Yeah. These are standard FM to behave like the way that we want to behave. Like for credit memo, there is one. For adjustment partner settlement, there is one. So if you want to assign a CFM that you want it to behave in a certain way, then you can assign it here, or you can assign against the upload rule that I have shown you, event 10 and event 5 and event 10. So event 10 and event 5, those are at bit class level, and I mean we may receive transaction from different system for the same bit class. Okay, so if you want to assign the change their behavior based on the different source they are coming from, then you can assign here. But if you assign it at the bit class level, they will behave same for all source transaction type. Okay, in standard you don't have to assign anything here, but if you have a custom interface which is pushing you the bits, then you can assign a function module here and test it out. Okay. Copying this function model, you can create a zfkk big star like that. Okay, so this is billable. Now what if I want to see, Ravi was asking me last time that what if for what reason it will go to raw. Okay, I'll try to make it raw. Okay, because raw means it has some inconsistent data. Okay, so I don't know whether there can be a scenario that it will stop me from creating the bit, or if at all the bit is created, it will generate raw. For example, my billable item types are Z102, 103, 104, 105. But if I try to create with a different billable item type, which is not assigned to my bit class or my sub process, for example, say randomly I'll use PK03. Okay, PK01. I know it is not assigned. So either it will not let me generate the bit, or at all, if at all the bit is generated, it will create raw. Okay, let me try this. So incorrect billable item type, I click on enter. Okay, it will stop me right away. No billable item found for subprocess Z1 or 2. Okay, let me try in a different way because I want to show you a raw bit. Okay, so I'll go back to Z102, or if I can add something below, say deferred revenue side, let me make some modifications. Say it is event based deferred revenue. Okay, so ideally deferred revenue information will be also coming from upstream, that is from date and to date. Based on that we have to bifurcate or recognize the revenue accordingly. Okay, so I just added a deferred revenue and I add this, then I try to create it, the bit. Okay, the bit is created, generated of raw item. See, now it has become raw. Okay, so you'll see the raw item doesn't have the dot in between. See, there is a missing dot. Okay, there was a dot for billable item. Now when you receive a raw item, you can select and try to transfer it to know why it went to raw. So click on transfer and go and see the log. It says event based deferred revenue posting is not consistent. So whatever different inconsistent different scenario which might end up making it inconsistent, then it will go to raw. There is no fixed um, exhaustive number of cases when it will go to raw, but if it becomes inconsistent due to any reason, it will go to raw. Okay, so now let me also check the minus credit, because we also assigned the credit sub transaction. So let me check our credit ones are also in place or not. Z102 bits. Now here say I want to, so just add the minus sign. I think SAP will add it to the end, so I'll just add at the beginning. SAP will transfer it to the end. $15. Okay, now it should derive the 0011 bits, is 0011 sub transaction. Everything remaining the same, just I added a minus so that system can determine the 11 sub transaction. 11 sub transaction meaning I came out /o fqc0 8121 z102. So now I want the credit these ones because I am pushing minus amount. Okay, let's see. So with that -15 I am executing. Okay, billable item. Previously it was saying raw item. Now it has generated billable item. Let's see the sub transactions. So -1s are taken and 11 sub transaction is taken. Okay, I think I realized one more thing that I told that is incorrect last day. That is, see the ADID is taken as 01, but I created an ADID maybe 10, 11 something, not 01. Okay, so in the CA master there were two ADID steps. Okay, 11 I created. This is Kofi's underscore SD, and the other one was Kofi's underscore SC. So I thought it will be taking from Kofi's underscore SD, but no, it is not taking from SD. Instead, it is taking from Kofi's underscore SC. This one it is taking from. Okay, so ADID.
Why it is needed two ADIDs in contract account?
This one, I mean, it requires only one only, but it takes from this one. I'll check that why it is having two payment terms and two ADIDs, but I believe that these two are being used. Okay, this one is used or not, I will come to know during invoicing, but during generation of bit itself, we are checking that we have checked that it is using this one, account determination ID. This one. Okay, I'll check in my system also. Does it also have two ADIDs, and also which one is being picked in live system? Okay, so here this is not being considered, but this one is. So my GL determination, everything will require my 2610 2611 posting area will require the this ADID. Based on this ADID, the GL will be determined.
Okay.
Okay. So now the bits are generated. Let me show you the backend tables of it, because we there were few
Oh,
database tables.
yeah,
Yes.
Saudra, before going to the tables, yesterday, I mean, last time, right?
Mm,
The billable items are not created,
mm,
and you said the reason is some currency is missing and all. Can you show that where it is missing?
mm.
What are the changes you have done to make it work this
When
way?
I created the variant, I did not put any currency. Okay.
Okay,
Just towards
okay,
the end, I hurriedly created. So I thought I will create a bit before we finish up the class, wrap up the class. But I forgot to add the currency. Mm. Now with the currency in place, it is working. There was a standard
okay.
FM error. FKK
Ah,
bit create FM was not giving something output. That was the error.
okay.
Okay.
That FM also you mapped it somewhere or?
No, standard FM, standard FM. So when we post a document, there are some standard validation, standard checks, like the VP is the VP, the CA belongs to that VP or not, the amount is within my user tolerance or not. So these standard checks were not able to generate, because without currency it cannot generate 15 what euro, dollar, pound. So that currency was needed. So standard FM, I mean, raised that error only. Okay.
Are you going to show an example with payment data or?
Not right now, not right now. We'll show. I'll show you payment
Yeah.
data.
Okay.
During payment card sessions, I'll show you.
Okay.
Okay. So right now we have only populated main item. We also have payment item, that is PY, tax data, that is TX, text data, that is TT. Okay. So all
Mm.
my items will be in the IT table, not PY, TX, TT. These tables will be blank because I have not uploaded any information about these tabs. Only main item I have done. Okay. So let's see the tables in the backend. The tables are star Z102 star. Okay. So here we'll see the different tables. So these are the different tables. So I will find some information in the raw table because I just generated a couple of raw bits. Okay. So with the IT, zero means, I told you zero is a status. So zero IT means the raw table, and we'll find few raw bits also. Hang on, I clicked it. Yeah. So it has 13 raw bits. Okay. I did some testing to see does it go to raw or not. So these are all raw bits. This one generated today. This one were generated earlier. Okay. So um, here on the right hand side, you will see the information baseline date, bill from date, blah, blah, blah. Okay. There is a status field also, which says, yeah, zero. Zero means raw, zero IT. So these are the different statuses. Um, zero means raw, one means raw accepted, billable, so rest all. Okay, so raw item will be there, and then billable item will be there. Now once I accept the raw item, I can also see raw accepted. Okay, so right now my raw table and billable table will be populated, and if I accept billable items and if I accept raw items, these 1IT and 3IT will be populated also. 4IT will not be populated. 4 means this one. Okay, the third last character. 4 means build. Okay, you will not find any data in the 4IT table because I cannot build it, because I have not configured any I have not done any configuration for billing. That's why 4IT will be blank, but 0 and 2 will be populated. Okay, uh let me hang on this. Okay, good. Now let me accept the raw items. Okay, so how to see? So right now here we can see the runtime, the ones that we generated on runtime. But if I want to see the ones which are already generated, there has to be a T code. Okay, the T code is /o fkk bix bit underscore mon. Okay, mon means monitor. Okay, in cache test, external cache test also you might have seen there is a fkk exe underscore moni or mon. Okay, similar to that, this is the table. This is a T code fkk bixbit mon. Come here, and here I think this is my contract account only. So we can check it at contract account level, or we can check it at bit class level. I want to see all the raw bits. Okay, raw bit means these ones. These 13 bits will appear now. So let's see all the raw bits, raw data. These are all raw data. Okay, out of the raw data, say I 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. These 5 item I want to accept. Okay, so click on accept item, and we configured exception reason. I think 2 reasons were already configured, and the last one I created maybe. Okay, or maybe I don't recall. It was on Monday, I guess. So any reason I'll choose. Let me choose the last one and click on the green tick, continue. Okay, then enter. I think these ones were loaded together. That's why the other ones which I did not select also, they were also became accepted. Now what will happen? So these two became raw accepted. Raw accepted means status 1. Okay, so now in this table raw accepted means status 1. Now you'll see, that from this 13 this table, out of 13 it will have only 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 left. Okay, so refresh of, hold on, it is, yeah, it is 5 yet, but it has not, yeah, now it has moved. So see, from status 0 only 5 item remains raw, still raw. Okay, the last 4 and the first one, they are still raw. That is, they are left, they are available in the 0 table, 0 IT table. And the ones that are now accepted, they will go to 180 table. Okay, refresh, sorry, execute. You will see the items which went to raw accepted will be available in this table. Not 12. Okay, I think I did some other exception also. Okay, so some other items were also accepted before today. Okay, these are the additional ones which are also reversed. Okay, somebody has reversed also. Different people are practicing here. Exception date, can I see exception? Yeah, these ones were accepted today, 9 January. Some were accepted earlier by someone, 7th January. Okay, so this is how the billable items move from one table to another table, so that it will not create different like, it will not congest the system. Okay, if you want to derive a report, then based on the status, you have to call different tables. Okay, so now this one, these 3 are accepted, and we have a exception history here. Click on it, it will tell you this date, using this exception reason it was accepted by this person. Okay, and you can also restore from exception. So select all items, these items which were accepted, and you can click on restore. Okay, restoration reason, choose anything, say fixed, corrected data, anything, and click on the green tick. Okay, it became raw again, but it will have a exception history. That means out of the 13, these 6, 8, these 8 were accepted earlier. Now it became raw again. Okay, so now it will again move from 180 table, because they were uh, accepted, sorry, raw accepted. Now they became raw again, so they will move from 180 table and they'll go back to 0 IT table. Okay, this refresh is taking while. Okay, and they'll be available in the, why this system is slow right now, and they'll be available back to 0 IT table. The table operations are all only getting hampered, the rest all are fine. So they became raw. Now, can we accept from billable status? Yes, we can also accept from. So first we'll see the billable items. So billable item means 2. The status is 2. So execute to see the billable item. So I should have entered, the table name would have been changed. Okay, so the table name is billable because it is 2. The status is 2 means billable. So right now I have 18 billable items. Not all were generated today. Some were generated earlier also. Okay, created on, if you see, uh, these ones were created today, and maybe some were created earlier. So these are all billable, that is 2 ID table. Now we can also accept the billable item. Previously what I did, I accept raw item. Raw item means I received inconsistent information, I accept it. But it may happen I received billable item which is consistent. Okay, so let me see the billable items. So go back and select from the drop down as billable items. Okay, up to today's date, created on up to today's date. In this billable item class, I want to see how many billable item have I received. These are the billable items, out of which this was billable but it went to exception. Now it is restored back. Okay, so history similar to raw item can be accepted and restored. Billable item can also be accepted and restored. Now why would I accept a billable item? Because it is consistent, it has all information, but it may happen the amounts are incorrect. Okay, there is no logic for amount. We have a logic that yes, with this billable item type a certain main and sub transaction will come, but that is a mapping. But for amount there is no mapping, uh, there is no feasibility, like the amount can be abnormal as well. It has to be positive, that's fine, but within positive it can, I can receive 1000 USD also, so that I have to accept. That is, it has consistent data, all correct data. However, there is no check on the amount, the amount is coming incorrect. Okay, or it may happen that it may belong to a different, they may have sent me a different from date to date. Okay, from the contract item, different period information they have sent. In that case I have to accept the billable item. So say randomly I'll just pick today's, today I generated which ones I generated today. I think this minus one, say 1 2 3 4. Okay, these 5 we received, but say they are incorrect, I want to accept. Okay, accept item, and exception reason I'll choose anything. Same exception reason is coming. So remember, in the config it was saying all, that is I can accept from billable item or I can accept from raw item. So previously I accepted from billable raw item, now I'm accepting from billable item. So anything erroneous data or something, and click on green tick, they will be accepted, billable accepted. Previously it was raw accepted, now they will be billable accepted. So billable accepted will also have a separate table, and they will move from 2 ID table. Right now 2 ID table has 18 data, that means only billable ones. Refresh, 4 will be reduced. Okay, it become 14, it will become 14. Okay, so it became 14, it is not reduced, yeah, so reduced from here. So now the 4 that I have accepted will be available in 3 ID table. Okay, it was in billable table, that is 2 ID. Now it will go to 3 ID table. Let me validate that one also. So I'll open the table in a separate. Oh, we have less than 1 minute. We'll take a short break for 1 minute and please come back, then we'll continue. Okay, thank you.